yeah, Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm on my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chiefin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen, all the boys,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon to everyone, and we welcome you to the Collinsville Sports Complex here on the outskirts of Collinsville. We're down by the Collinsville Middle School, in case y'all are familiar with the Collinsville area. And for those of you that are not, well, then it really doesn't matter, does it? My name is Todd Duke. Welcome. We have some Lady Kahok softball action coming up for you today as Collinsville gets ready to take on Springfield, and we welcome you into the pregame show today. Brought to you by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, and great service served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. 605 North Main Street in Caseyville is where you will find them. You can give them a call for carry-out orders. That number is 618-855-9007. Gorgeous day for a little softball action for you as temperatures have climbed to the mid-80s here in the America's heartland, and we got about 3 days of 80-degree weather coming up, and it feels awesome out here. All right, let's go. Collegeville, they come into this contest with an overall record of 1-4 under their second-year head coach Amy Flowers, who now has a record of 9-23. Springfield, they come in at 2-0. Matt Koger is their head coach, and he is in his 13th year and has a record almost even-Steven, 162 wins and 163 losses. Well, Lady Cahoks come into this game. They're third here on the home field at the Collinsville Sports Complex, looking to snap out of a 3-game winless skid. Collinsville started their 4th season of softball for Collinsville High School here on March the 10th with an 11-2 loss to Breeze Mater Dei. Lady Cahoks started their first game of what would be 3 straight on the road with a 12-3 win at Granite City 2 days after that season opener. Freshman pitcher Aubrey Bordoni started in the circle and racked up 14 strikeouts and only 1 walk to pick up her first ever varsity win. Fellow freshman Ava Munoz hit her very first varsity home run in that win, a 2-run shot. Well, another freshman, Ava Dimitrilis, went 1 for 4 with a double and 3 runs batted in, and sophomore Presley Thomas went 3 for 4 at the plate that day. Unfortunately, though, that has been the only win thus far on the young season for the Lady Cahoks. They ended up going to Jersey and lost 11-0. following that Granite City win. Then lost at Father McGivney 5-2 on Wednesday and lost here yesterday 11-0 to Mascoutah. In the 3 losses, Collinsville has been outscored at 27-2. This is the 3rd game in as many days for the Lady Kahok, so I'm sure they're probably a little bit on the tired side, but they'll get a break here after this game. Springfield Lady Senators are actually a co-op now of the 3 Springfield Public Schools, as Springfield High School, Lanphier High School, and Springfield Southeast High School have combined to make one team, and this is the 2nd straight season of that co-op with the 3 schools. This version of the Lady Senators have jumped out to that 2-0 start to the year after opening with a home game that saw them get the best of Nokomis by a score of 4-2. 6 days later, Springfield hit the road and played another co-op team in New Berlin, Illinois, and a team made up of players from New Berlin, Franklin, and Waverly. And then Springfield won that game by a score of 7-2. Current head coach Matt Koger took last year's team to a 20-6 record in the first year of that co-op. Lady Senators were knocked out of last year's playoffs with a 13-1 loss to East Moline United. Koger guided his team to back-to-back regional championships in 2022 and 2023, and Springfield as a whole finished in 3rd place in Class 2A in 1992, and those are the only 3 times that Springfield team has advanced out of the playoffs. The 2 regional championships in 22 and 23, and then that 3rd place finish in 1992. Had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville head coach Amy Flowers, and we will pass that conversation on to you next as the LC's Pub pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations, and now in Marissa, St. Laborie, and New Athens for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs with super low closing costs and low construction loan rates. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121, or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience. Choose Lakeside.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
It's probably the largest purchase you'll ever make. We have 5 agents on our team.
We cover about an hour radius around St. Louis.
We grew up here. We know every town like the back of our hands.
Our job as realtors is helping someone find their dream home, whether it's a family or an individual. We just want to do everything that we can to keep the process as simple and as stress-free as possible for you.
The Blaylock Group, the official realtors of the Kahok Sports Network and Kahok Athletics. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. It is a beautiful middle of March day, kind of sort of middle of March day, for some outdoor sports. How about some softball? We have a softball game between Collinsville and Springfield today. Lost my mind there for a minute. Amy Flowers, second-year Collinsville head coach, joins us now. All right, Coach, let's talk about off-the-field stuff right now. Infielder Lily Parlberg and her family suffered a horrible tragedy last week when they lost pretty much everything in a house fire. I know that there's an outpouring of support from the Kahok community in support of the Parlbergs. So give us an update on what things are taking place to aid in that effort and what people can do to help their family.
Oh yeah, there's actually been quite a bit of things. So we're gonna, the moms of the softball team, the baseball team, basketball teams have gotten together and are organizing a bowling fundraiser on the 29th of this month, and then they're also raffling off a barrel of booze, which there is a link on our Facebook page for that. If you'd like to get in on that. And they are, I also shared on that as well, a meal train for them. And then the All Pro Tees is doing a store that $10 of every shirt they sell goes towards the Parlberg family.
And I know you, like me, are not surprised at the outpouring of everybody that wants to help support her and her family.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this community is amazing. I grew up here, and I know the Parlbergs did too. Kelly and Josh both grew up here, and it makes me so proud to be from Collinsville and from this community, and just to see all the people who want to come out and help and are just so generous.
I know that being a part of the team can help take her and her family's mind off of things, even if that's possible, and even just for a couple of hours during game day. So playing the actual games helps too.
Yeah, it definitely does. I always, when I played softball, I always felt it was like a getaway from some of my stresses in life, and I'm sure that Lily feels the same way, and the whole family. It's like they just want to get back to normal.
All right, let's go back to on-the-field stuff. After the season opening loss here to Mater Dei, you guys put up a great performance, man. A 12-3 win at Granite City a couple of days later. Give us your perspective on that game.
Yeah, that was a great game. Aubrey Bordoni threw 14 strikeouts, which was incredible, and our defense showed up, our bats showed up. It was just a great game all around. We just had, Ava Muniz hit her first over the fence home run, which was awesome. And yeah, that was a great game.
Yeah, and it was perpetrated by a bunch of freshmen.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, our freshmen really stepped up in that game, and we've been counting on them a lot this year so far. We're hoping that they continue to excel.
All right. Since then, though, your team has lost 3 straight games. Kind of give us a synopsis of your team's play during this 3-game winless stretch.
Yeah, so it's basically our bats have kind of gone cold. Our defense has been pretty solid. We've been playing a lot of what my dad would call atom ball, where we hit it right at them. And yesterday, especially, like it felt like we kept hitting the ball hard, but it was like always right into their gloves. So we just got to keep the process and trust in that, and those balls will fall eventually.
Yeah, maybe we'll heat up with the weather. Why not? Springfield today, what do you know about them?
Not much. I know they won 26 games last year, and they had a whole bunch of people graduate, and so we don't really know much about them because we have never played them, as far as I know, and we're just hoping that we can come out and be tough and keep the standard of Kahok softball.
All right, so know much about Springfield, neither do I. I was looking everything up myself. But you do know something about your own team, so what do you want to see out of your girls out there today?
Yeah, I'd like to see, tough defense again. Nice to play like a nice clean game, and then I want to cause a little disruption today offensively, where if we're stealing bases or getting bunts down or whatever. But we need to start making things happen for ourselves.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck out there.
Okay, thank you so much.
Amy Flowers, your second-year Collinsville Lady Kahok softball head coach. Let's get a break here on the LC's Pub pregame show. When we come back, we'll throw both starting lineups your way and some stats. All that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all the accessories. Rich has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com.
Once again, we welcome you back here to the Collinsville Sports Complex as we get you ready for some Lady Kahok softball between Springfield and Collinsville. I promise you some lineups. Here are your lineups. We'll begin with Springfield. Leading off and pitching will be Eve McCorkle. Batting second and playing second is Aaron Stoops. Maylee Payne is batting third and playing third. In the cleanup spot will be Milan Robinson, who will bat fourth and play center field. Riley Cox will bat fifth and do the catching duties. Kaylin Howard will play first base and bat sixth. Lainey Damonso is going to be playing shortstop and batting in the number 7 spot. And Olivia Radamich playing right field and batting eighth. And batting ninth is the left fielder Brooklyn Lee. And Eve McCorkle in the pitcher circle this year is 2-0 with a 1.00 earned run average. And she has 25 strikeouts to go along with 8 walks so far on the young season. For Collinsville, when they come up in the bottom of the first, they'll lead things off with Faith Fairchild. She'll bat first, play shortstop. Batting second and playing second is Presley Thomas. Batting third and doing the catching here this afternoon is McKenna Trice. Aubrey Bordoni will be in the cleanup spot today, and she'll be holding down the duties at first base. Over on the hot corner, Lily Parlberg will play third base and bat fifth. Batting sixth is the designated player, Ava Dimitrilius. And then Ali Vilef will be playing right field and batting seventh. Batting eighth is Audrey Lauenstein, and she will be playing left field. And batting ninth is Ava Munez in center field. And the designated player, Ava Dimitrilius, is going to be batting for the pitcher this afternoon, Peyton Smith. And Peyton comes in with a record of 0-2 in 12 innings pitched, has a 5.25 earned run average, and has struck out 10 and walked 5. On the other microphone with us this afternoon, the one, the only, Mr. Chris Keller. How are you, sir?
Hi, doing all right. Looking forward to this game here. This is going to just be a kind of classic two teams that don't really know each other, just suit up and play. It's like a select ball game out here. The tournament game you would get into against somebody you don't know, so because we've never really played Springfield before.
We have never played Springfield before in the 39 previous years of Kahok softball. We're going to have a first tomorrow, too. Collinsville Soccer has never, ever played Staunton, so we're going to get 2 firsts in 2 days here with softball today and then soccer tomorrow. I thought that was always kind of interesting. It's kind of rare when you've been around for this long that you haven't played somebody, especially when, Springfield's not that far away, Staunton's not that far away. Just one of those things.
No, just one of them things. It just hasn't happened across here. It sounds like Springfield's also hanging around down here and playing East St. Louis tomorrow. So,
yeah.
Just they're changing it up here, looking for some different opponents, and we're in the need of that, trying to find some new teams to play. And so we'll look forward to this one here.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, it's a beautiful day.
Yeah, spring was a nice 2 days. It's
yeah.
now summer.
Yeah, it's going to be 85, 86 today. I think it was 85, my car said when I pulled up. And we're supposed to be, I think, at 87 tomorrow and then 89 on Sunday. And then Monday, back to reality and back to normal, and we're going to be about 56. So, I don't know. You go figure. Got a little bit of a stiff breeze, as you can hear the breeze blowing across Chris Keller's microphone over there. And it is coming from the west, which means that on your screen it is coming from left field and blowing straight across the diamond into the first base dugout over here. So no wind blowing out. So we'll see if the wind is going to have any say-so as this game goes along here. So you are set. We've already given you the lineups. Lineups being announced here to the crowd that is gathered here to watch both of these two teams square away. And we're going to take our final break. And when we come back, we'll have first pitch for you. All that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistants Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem.
Once again, we welcome you back here to the Collinsville Sports Complex. It's just your microphone that's getting all the wind. You got to get the windows open up here, or else you'll.
It's an outside sport.
I know, right? Yeah, I don't know why all the wind's coming to your window. Well, I guess it's coming over here too. I guess it just depends on where you're standing. All right, we are just about ready to go. The two teams have been introduced. Springfield, they will be up to the plate first, and they are dressed in their black, red, and white uniforms. And they have on the black trousers and the white jerseys. Got a little bit of black going down the sleeves, trimmed in red. And the numbers on the fronts and the backs of their jerseys are black, trimmed in red as well. And they have the word Springfield written across the fronts of their jerseys. Collinsville, they're here in their little off-purple jerseys, more like a lavender color, if you will. And they have the white trousers on and those light purple jerseys on, trimmed in a little bit of white as well. Front and back have the numbers in white, trimmed in a little bit of dark purple, I'm guessing. And they have the word Kahawks written across the fronts of their jerseys. Let's go ahead and get the defense set for you for Collinsville before we have first pitch here in the outfield. Audrey Lauenstein is in left field. Ava Munez is in center field. Ali Viluff is in right field. And around the horn on the infield, Lily Parlberg is at third base. Faith Fairchild is at shortstop. Presley Thomas is at second base. Audrey Bordoni is at first base. McKenna Trice is behind the plate, and in the circle it is Peyton Smith. So once again, there's a very freshman feel to everything going on here today. Lots of freshmen playing.
Yeah, the same core that's been playing here since the season started. They just kind of get mixed around here on defensive positions of whether or not Bordoni or Smith is pitching, and Bordoni will be playing first base, like you said.
Yep. Here is Eve McCorkle, who will lead things off, batting .429 so far in the two games on the year. Has 3 hits, 2 of them are doubles, and no runs batted in as of yet. So it'll be Eve McCorkle, Aaron Stoops, and Maylee Payne to lead things off here for Springfield.
Umpire went down the line there, shut the gate.
No.
We're waiting for it to go here.
Got shut the wagon gate, is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's where the Clydesdales come out, pregame ceremony?
Yeah,
okay.
We missed it.
All right, here is Peyton Smith in the circle, and the first pitch is on the way, and it is outside for ball one. Wind, as I mentioned, blowing from left field across the first baseline, gusting every once in a while, as you can hear in the microphone, but I don't think it's going to aid anything in flying out of this place unless it's aided in a foul ball. Here's a high pop fly right outside of first base. In foul territory is Aubrey Bordoni, and 2 pitches equal 1 away.
With about a couple steps behind the plate and 1 step to her left, Bordoni caught it.
Yeah. 1 away. That will bring up Erin Stoops. Stoops so far in the year batting .200. She has 1 hit in her 5 at-bats, but she has scored 3 runs so far on the year. And takes the first one outside for a called ball 1. Playing at usual depth there on the infield, kind of moving in a little bit in the outfield. And the next pitch is going to be hit into the gap over the shortstop's head. That's going to fall in for a hit. Audrey Lowenstein brings it in, and we have our first base runner of the game and our first base hit. That was a clean base hit.
Next up, yep, perfectly guided out there, left center, right where the fielders aren't. Good defense there to cut it off before it rolls too far away from her.
Maylee Payne now batting 167 so far in just the 2 games that they have had a chance to play. She does have 1 hit. It was an RBI an RBI double, and later came around to score. So she has pretty much ones all the way across the board. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 RBI, and 1 double. First pitch in there for a strike from Peyton Smith. Next pitch on the way, and that one's going to get away and back to the screen, and that is going to allow Stoops to go all the way down to second base on a wild pitch, and that'll even the count at 1-1. 1-1. Runner now at second base with 1 away. Next pitch on the way to Payne from Smith. Here it is. Swinging a high fly ball. On the move is Lowenstein, and she grabs it for the out, and that'll keep Stoops standing at second base, so 2 away.
Center fielder,
long range there for the left fielder to range over that one. Like to see the center fielder maybe just take charge and get that one, but caught cleanly nonetheless.
Yeah. Here's Milan Robinson, the center fielder. Robinson so far on the year also batting 167. Couple of runs batted in on a triple, and a run scored. Strike hits the outside corner. 2 away, runner at second base. I like this kind of weather. You know, and it's not like it's 86 degrees like it would be 86 degrees in July, which comes with a bunch of humidity and high dew points. Humidity's low, dew points are low, so this is a comfortable 86 degrees.
No, I saw it was 86, 88 degrees. I was like, we're not too high on the wet bulb or anything, are we? And
No.
I checked it, and like, no, we're way good.
Yep.
That'd be wild to have a week with the game too cold and the game too hot.
In March. There is Robinson, who swung and missed at the last pitch, so Smith ahead in the count 1-2, and that one's just a little bit low, and that'll even things out at 2-2. As a team, Springfield has stolen 5 bases on the year. I don't think Stoops is going to be wanting to do that with 2 outs. Here's a ground ball. To the second baseman. That was Thomas, and it kind of just ticked off of her glove and then off of her shoe and went into the outfield, and that is going to score a run. So Springfield will break the scoreless tie first here in the top of the first inning.
I mean, Thomas was going to be able to make the out at first, but she could have just stopped it cleanly. Could have stopped a runner from coming in. But Springfield gets the run.
Yeah, that they do. What are we scoring that? Air? No, like you said, she probably wouldn't have been able to, because she had to range over to her right. Even if she would have gloved it, she would have had to come to a stop and then twirl and throw, and I don't know if it would have been in enough time. So we'll go ahead and give her a hit. Next pitch, and the next batter, by the way, is Riley Cox, the catcher. Cox, she comes in looking for her first hit in 6 at-bats. She has scored a couple of runs. And the next delivery, and that's a little squibber right past Smith and into the glove of Presley Thomas and out over at first base. And probably a good thing that Smith didn't touch that ball before it went by her, or else that may have changed directions with the ball if she wouldn't have been able to glove it, and then we would have had a different story over there. And that's the way the top of the first comes to close. 1-0 in favor of Springfield. We will take a break and come back, and Collinsville will get their first crack on the offensive side of things when we return here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a new place to catch the game with cold drinks and great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahok games and all the pro sports across the spectrum, plus all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is one of the area's longest-running VFW posts. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is your place to meet and join other area veterans. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville offers all kinds of activities to help our veterans, as well as engaging the public with fun, food, fellowship, and a great time for great causes. Blood drives, fundraisers, raffles, and a Queen of Hearts drawing every Wednesday night. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville has event space for your parties, celebrations, and other get-togethers. For more information, check out the VFW Post 1117's Facebook page or call the Caseyville VFW at 618-344-9878. Once again, we welcome you back here to the Collinsville Sports Complex. 1-0 after Springfield scoring a lone tally in the top half of the first. Now time for Collinsville to come to the plate for the first time, and they'll be looking at this defense in the outfield from left to right. Brooklyn Lee in left, Milan Robinson in center, Olivia Ruddermich is in right field. On the infield, May Lee Payne at third base, Lainey DeMonso is at shortstop, Aaron Stoops is at second, Caitlin Howard is at first, Riley Cox behind the plate, and Eve McCorkle is the pitcher. And the first pitch is a fastball in there on the inside part of the plate. Faith Fairchild took a big cut at it but couldn't connect. Fairchild, she comes in batting .067 so far on the year. One hit in 15 at-bats. Has a couple of RBIs, though, with that one hit. Next pitch, swing and a miss, and Fairchild in an 0-2 hole. So far, McCorkle has been the only pitcher that Springfield has used. This is their third game of the year and her third start. And the next pitch to Fairchild, swing and a miss. She goes down swinging all three pitches.
Impressive pitcher on her first three pitches. Good movement on her pitches. Let's see if the Chaos can't start to square in on her as we go through the lineup here.
Yeah, she's coming in with some heat, man. Here is Presley Thomas. Thomas on the year, batting an even .400. Has 5 base hits, 1 double. And looks at one on the outside corner for a called strike. She is throwing pretty good there.
Yeah, she really rockets there off the plate and follows through real well. And has a lot of movement and a lot of speed.
Yeah. Next pitch on the way, and Thomas
can't catch for that one.
Yeah. Nothing but strikes so far from McCorkle. Got Faith Fairchild to swing at all 3 pitches, and so far got Thomas in an 0-2 hole with McKenna Trice waiting on deck. Next pitch coming up from McCorkle. It's on the way. Swing and a miss, and 2 straight strikeouts in 6 pitches.
Just going for the perfect inning of
McKenna Trice. Here is McKenna Trice right now, the leader in the offensive department, batting .455 on the year. 5 hits, all of them singles. Has 1 RBI in her 11 plate appearances. And the pitch is in there for another strike. That's 7 straight strikes. McCorkle's dealing, man. Looking down at the play on the wrist and brings in the next one. And a right back to her.
Good
McCorkle
defense.
knocks it down, picks it up, and throws over to first. And that is a quick 1-2-3 inning for Collinsville. So quickly we will head to the top half of the second inning, and we will tell you all about that when we come back from a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Once again, we welcome you back here to the Collinsville Sports Complex. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. Second at bat for Springfield, facing Peyton Smith, and Eve McCorkle had a fantastic first inning in the circle for Springfield. She only threw 8 pitches. All of them were strikes.
2 strikeouts and a ground out. She knocked down that ball that came back to her and had enough time to pick it up and make sure the out was recovered or recorded over at first base. So that was a very impressive inning.
Yeah, she's impressive. Pitching the ball, does a lot of stuff right, and then she also did a great job fielding her position, knocking that ball down, throwing them out. The Chaos are going to have some work to do against her, but we got to keep this at a 1-run game.
Yeah. Kaylin Howard, Lainey DeMonso, and Olivia Rothermich will bat here in the top half of the second. If anyone can get on, the number 9 hitter for Springfield, Brooklyn Lee, will have a chance to bat. Howard on the year, batting 167. Has 1 hit, couple of RBIs in her 6 plate appearances so far. And there's a swing and a shot down the third baseline, but that's about 2 feet foul. And that'll even the count at 1-1. I think we're supposed to have a couple of days back into the 50s on Monday and Tuesday, but then the temperature goes back up again next week. I don't think it's going to be as hot as it is today or these next 3 days, but still a little what they call that, unseasonably warm. This time of year, temperatures are supposed to be in the mid to upper 50s.
Yeah, I think as long as you're usually about 50 or something this time of year, we're glad and you can get the games in.
Yep. Swinging a little foul tip back to the screen. And ahead in the count is Peyton Smith to Kaylin Howard, the first baseman for the Lady Senators. Next pitch on the way. That one stays a little high. That'll even things out at 2-2.
Hoping that one drop in a little bit with that late movement, but it stayed high.
Smith ready to rock with the old 2-2 pitch. Here it is. That one's outside. I thought that was 3-2. No, okay, I guess it was 3-2.
Number 4, Lainey DeMonsino.
That'll bring up DeMonsino. First walk on the afternoon for Smith. And Howard will take her place over at first base. And DeMonsino will come up. Looking for her first hit in 4 plate appearances. She hasn't got a hit yet. She has scored a run and also has an RBI, so I'm going to guess she received a walk with the bases loaded. That's just my guess. 1 ball on the first pitch to DeMonsino. Yeah. Bluff throw down to first base. 2-0, though, the count to the Springfield shortstop, Lainey DeMonsino. Got a little French last name. Here's the 2-0. That stays up high. Snap throw down to first base, and back in time is Howard. DeMonsino spells her name DuMonCeaux.
Didn't expect an X in there.
Yeah. I think that's what makes it French. Well, Smith is behind 3-0. Don't want to walk the first 2, but that's exactly what she's going to do. Back-to-back walks. Have put runners at first and second.
Number 11, Olivia Rothermich.
So runners on at first and second for Olivia Rothermich, the number 8 batter in the lineup, playing right field. Rothermich also looking for her first hit of the spring, and she has 5 plate appearances, but nothing to show for it so far.
Smith's been trying to work that outside. Hasn't been able to get it, so when the 3-0 count, the last pitcher she changed up, went inside, missed there too.
Yeah. That one's inside as well. What we need right now is a double play. Or do I dare ask for a triple play? But it's 2-0. Not going to get any of that unless you give them something to hit, something to swing at. There's a pitch, and that's a strike. That breaks a string of, 6 straight out of the strike zone? 4 to Howard. Oh, that's 8 straight, actually. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen, and that'll put the count even at 2-2. Somebody brought a dog.
Bring the dog.
Yeah.
At the park.
Why not? Dogs like to be outside in the nice weather, too. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Outside, full count.
That one just started off too low there and couldn't find the zone. Now she's going to find a pitch here at full count.
Yep. Got to bring it in. 2 runners on. Here is the 3-2 pitch. And that one gets away as well. Everybody's going to move up a bag, and that is 3 straight walks to start off the top of the second here.
Next up, left fielder number 3, Brooklyn Lee.
And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter for Springfield. That would be Brooklyn Lee. Lee batting .200 on the year. Has 1 hit and 5 at-bats, and that 1 hit was a double. No one for Springfield. Has a home run so far in their first 2 games. And they only have 10 players on their roster. The only one not playing tonight is Sadura Barber, who is a junior. A couple of freshmen on this team, a couple of seniors. Sprinkle in some juniors and some sophomores, and that's the Springfield team for the year. Left-handed batter is Brooklyn Lee. She's up there with the bases loaded and no one out. Infield playing in for the play at the plate. There's a swing and a miss. Nice way to start. A lot better than the alternative.
Middle infield playing in, or really all of them, but
yeah,
especially the second baseman and shortstop pinching in right behind their pitcher.
Yep. That one's in there for a strike 2. Snap throw down to third base. Back in safely is Howard. And it's an 0-2 count now to Brooklyn Lee. Be nice to get her on a strikeout, then a double play to get you out of the inning. The 0-2 pitch from Smith to Lee on the way. Swinging a high fly ball, but this one's going to be heading out of play. Back over toward where the JVers play, but they do not have a game on the JV side of things today. There is another game going on in the field next to the JV field, and that's between Maryville Christian and Roxana. Here's another 0-2. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Lee. First strikeout of the game for Smith.
Next up, pitcher
And
number
that's
2,
a
McCorkle.
good strikeout there because, as I mentioned, a double play will not get you out of the inning, and that's what you have to hope for. Here is McCorkle, who fouled out in her only plate appearance back in the top of the first. And the pitch to her is outside.
Same setup here, still infield playing in for the play at the plate.
Swinging a high fly ball out of play, and that'll make the count even at 1-1. Soccer season opener we have for you tomorrow. After the original season opener was canceled due to the very winter-like weather that we had roll through the area Sunday into Monday and Tuesday. Popped up, and this one is also going to be out of play as it lands right behind the Springfield dugout. But ahead in the count now is Smith with 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Eve McCorkle. Collinsville playing Staunton tomorrow to open up the Lady Kahok soccer season. That's a scheduled 12:30 start. We'll be on the air after the JV game ends. JV playing Belleville West, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Staunton was not able to play a full JV game. They offered some other options. Didn't really like any of those, and instead chose to see if we could find someone else to play. And Belleville West was up for the task for the JV game. So
there you go.
That's how we'll go down tomorrow.
Another foul ball out of play. That evens the count at 2-2. Bases loaded and 1 out, and that one is in the dirt, and it's now a full count.
Trying to have one there. The bottom will drop out of it, but it started off too low, and count goes full.
Smith ready to go to McCorkle once again. Pitcher against pitcher here. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball. This one's due center field. Munoz on the run, but it's going to be Vieloff who takes it. And there's another run that's going to score, and that'll make it 2-0 in favor of Springfield.
That's that wind cutting across
Yeah.
there. You thought that was, heading right to Munoz, but it cut over, and the next thing you know, Vieloff's catching it. Run does come in.
Next up, second baseman number 1, Aaron Stoops.
But 2 outs now. Runners on the corners. And here is Aaron Stoops, who singled and scored in that 1-run first inning.
Well, you'll take this giving them only 1 run with bases loaded, nobody out.
Yeah.
After 3 straight walks.
That you will. Now if you can just keep it at that 1 run scored. That's what you really need. Smith ready to go. And the pitch. Ooh, boy. Bottom dropped out of that one, I guess, a little too soon, but didn't look too bad otherwise. To Aaron Stoops, second base for Springfield. And a little floater out to the shortstop, Faith Fairchild. So Collinsville did hold Springfield to just the 1 run, and 1 run in the first and 1 run in the second. And we go to the bottom of the second, Springfield leading by a score of 2-0. We're back to tell you about Collinsville's next at bat after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big